What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another FPL video. Today I'll be going through the knee-jerk reaction for Game Week 34 for the FPL season 2020-2021. My name is Mo and welcome back to my channel FPL Inkling. If this is your first time, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back again. Before we begin this knee-jerk reaction, what a reaction it's going to be today, guys. We're going to go through all the games that have been played so far, the called-off game between United and Liverpool, the protests. We'll discuss it all today. But before we begin, I just want to say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 250. I'm on my way and on course to get to 500, fingers crossed, by the end of this season. And if I do, as you guys are aware, I will be able to win that PS5 as a bet I have with one of my best friends. And if you have been here before and you like this video and you like the content I give, hit the like button and also subscribe to the notification icon as well to get the latest news and all the alerts for when I do release my content. So let's begin, guys. Game week 34. Wow. If I could literally just sum it up in one word. Wow. Absolutely gobsmacked. Lost for words. I've had a nightmare of a week. 4 of the players that I was banking on to play this week from one fixture was called off. Where to begin and what to say, eh? Kind of started really badly from, let's say, Saturday when I saw Leeds concede 2 goals against Brighton. And I played 2 defenders thinking that Leeds would finally be able to keep a clean sheet. Incorrect, obviously they didn't. But we'll go through everything today. We'll go through the questions that you guys have sent in around the reaction as well. We'll go through everything in regards to that. So let's begin off. So the first question I had sent through to me, or it was more of a comment really, was a thank you message from someone in regards to my I kind of gave them my point of view around Danny Welbeck. So they were considering to bring him in or not off the bench. Kind of gave him the recommendation through, and he scored against Leeds, so they got him a return. So I'm glad that did help, and I'm glad you got the return back, and that's helped you in your league. So thumbs up. I mean, in terms of Welbeck himself, I've seen him play pretty well recently. He's hit the post a few times, has really kind of led the line for Brighton itself. So yeah, good shout. I'd still persist with him. I think he's coming into form, and he will be there or thereabouts for Brighton up front to get some returns for you. So my suggestion would be, sorry about that, to definitely do keep him, at least for another couple of game weeks itself. Sorry about that. I just opened my fast. So I guess there's a bit of the oily food that I've been eating. The second question was around what is my opinion on the whole protest. I will talk about that, but at the end of this video, because primarily we're going to focus around the knee-jerk reaction for this week first. Okay. Is it time to swap out Bamford for Iheanacho? You guys won't believe that I'm about to say this, guys. I think it is. So the next game week is double game week for Leicester. From my memory, I believe they're playing Newcastle, followed by Manchester United midweek. So they have a double game week, whereas Leeds are playing Spurs. I believe that's correct. So maybe just for next game week, I would consider bringing in Iheanacho. Now, if he fires a hat-trick any of those games, then I might keep him for the run-in, because I believe he's got Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester United or Man City at the end of the season. Not too sure, but if you look at Leeds fixtures, they got like Southampton, Brighton, these kind of fixtures, which I believe that Bamford will have a better run in. So for me, personally, I would say this is a good time to get Iheanacho in for the next game week. If you haven't got him in for Bamford at least, and I am saying that. I mean, that's surprising by me because I've backed Bamford, but because of the fixtures, if it was a single game week fixtures, then I still would have said Bamford, but because of the double game week, Iheanacho is worth getting in if you have the budget, and obviously they're the same price, I believe, 6.4 mil, so definitely worth considering Iheanacho for next game week. So let's go through how my game week's gone. So at the moment, I lost 4 points due to 2 transfers I made. I'm on 21 points for this game week. I should have, I can go through the bench, I will have Watkins and Konsa coming in, which will give me a further 10 points for this game week. Yeah, so they should give me another further 10 points, so I should be on about 31 points. Now, the heart of my team haven't played, so Shaw, Salah, Fernandes, Jota. I was a bit annoyed because Jota wasn't starting anyway, so it's a bit of a tough one really, because I really banked on Jota to play well, not in this game specifically, but near the end of the season. But I think Jurgen Klopp is now starting to fancy his old trio. He's starting to trust his old guns of Salah, Firmino, and Mane. So there's a very good likelihood I am actually potentially considering taking him out. Who for at the moment? I've got a few options. So you got Mason Mount, Greenwood, maybe Zaha. So there's a few other options that I'm looking at potentially at the moment. But it'll be worth seeing that what will happen once I make these transfers through. But I'm still considering what I want to do at the moment. So watch out for this space. Let's see what I do decide to do in the end. Is it time to get Gareth Bale in? Wow, yeah, a hat trick for a hat trick for Gareth Bale. I was gonna say Harry Kane. I'm so used to saying it. What a performance! I actually watched that game. He was just instrumental. I think that's a brilliant farewell for him. I bet Mourinho loved watching every minute of it as well, probably thinking, why couldn't he play like that for me? But, you know, it was a great performance. I mean, I wouldn't say he's definite to bring him in now because he's still that part of that rotation. I still believe that there's better options for that similar price, so I'd rather go Rashford because I know he's confirmed to play, or Son. Even though Son only got 12 points this week and he was the man of the match for Bale, I still would go for Son because I know in terms of minutes he will get more. But if you look at like this week, obviously he's got more points, but I think over the last 4 game weeks we've got left, I think Son will get more points overall compared to Bale. So I would stick with Son personally at the moment if you've got the budget. But if you want to go different and you want to go Bale and you want to take the risk, then absolutely fine. That's fine by me. Is Jota out of form? So this is something that I just discussed already. I think he's struggling for form at the moment. He had a really good game against Arsenal, coming back from injury. Everyone gets him in, including me. And then he's just been misfiring since then. So it'd be worth seeing. He wasn't even named in the squad today for the starting 11. So I think even his manager Klopp is actually thinking he's not really got the form at the moment. Is it time to get rid of Kevin De Bruyne? I mean, I got rid of him a couple of game weeks ago. He's part of rotation now. He didn't feature yesterday at all. And, you know, I think Pep's got his eye on the Champions League now, so that's the reason why. I think from next week onwards he will probably be back in the squad in the Premier League, but I think he knows that he's wrapped up the Premier League, probably wants to give him a rest, not risk an injury, and take from there. But personally, if you've got Kevin De Bruyne in your squad, if you want to keep him, by all means feel free to, but in my honest opinion, I wouldn't keep him at present. I would look for an alternative option. 11.5 mil, you know, if you want to go, you know, really differential, Aubameyang, but that's at your own risk because he's not in great form. Yes, he did score today, and he had a waff of a shot, which led to their first goal for Arsenal. But I still believe, you know, that 11 mil could be used elsewhere. I mean, alternative options potentially in the midfield. Yeah, you got Bruno Fernandes if you don't have Bruno. Maybe if you want to like, if you've got free budget, upgrade to Salah. Well, not saying upgrade, I meant like in terms of budget wise. Kind of like, you know, maybe go for a Salah option. It's entirely a choice what you want to do and how you want to play it. I got rid of KDB and brought in Salah. And I think it's paying dividends for me because he's been in decent form recently. And I think there's still more to come from him in terms of his performances for the last couple of game weeks. When will the United and Liverpool game be rescheduled and played? There's no news on this at the moment. I think the Premier League are going to kind of like get together and discuss this all together. My best bet is potentially 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, so maybe in like game week 36, 37. I'm not too sure. It's all dependent on like the Europa League and stuff as well. So it will be rescheduled. It will be a double game week. So I can pretty much expect most teams to kind of like stock up on Man United and Liverpool assets. And if you've got a free hit, then maybe it's worth using in this double game week here, or waiting for the double game week that United and Liverpool play out. It's going to go two ways, honestly. It's either going to be a 0-0 dull draw, neither team wanting to lose, or they're going to go all guns blazing and we'll see an absolute cracker like a 3-2 or a 4-3. So it'll be worth waiting and seeing for that. But I don't have any news at the moment, but as soon as I do find out, I will let you guys know. Is it time to get a Kai Havertz in? I mean, Kai Havertz had a great game yesterday. I think it's probably his best game since he's signed for Chelsea. He's coming into form at the right time. He played really well against Madrid as well midweek. Him and Pulisic are coming into form at the right time for Chelsea. So yeah, I mean, if I had the space in my midfield, am I going to take out Shota, downgrade someone to free up some funds for Kai Havertz? Could I take down Lingard to maybe like a Souček and upgrade Shota to Havertz, and then play Bamford with Kane and Watkins? I could go 3-4-3. I'm not too sure at the moment, but I do believe he's in really good form, and he's probably going to be one of my top picks for this week as well. So Havertz for sure. It's coming into form at the right time, and if I will think about it, if I do get the opportunity to bring him in, he is someone that I am considering for the next game week. What was my thoughts on the Vestergaard red card against Leicester? I mean, look, everyone has their own perspective. People say it's dangerous. He got the ball. Yes, he endangered the opponent. I've seen far worse, given less. Yellow card, understandably, he wasn't even the last man. He lost the ball, lunged in, he got the ball, got a bit of Vardy. I mean, are we making this a non-contact sport? Look, I respect people who said it's dangerous, it's foul play, but I've seen far worse. I think that was really soft. I think if that was my team, Manchester United, playing, and one of my players got sent off for that, I would be absolutely livid. But hats off for Southampton. They played really well. This is a team they lost to previously 9-0. And I think they deserve full credit for the performance they put in against an informed Leicester squad as well. But hey, that's the name of the game. Even VAR agreed with it. I have a different perspective personally. What are your thoughts? You let me know what you guys think. But for me, it wasn't a red. I'll give it a yellow, max. Right, so that's all the questions in terms of the knee-jerk reaction. And the last part I'm going to talk about is my thoughts on this whole protest by Manchester United fans today that took place at Old Trafford. First of all, I condemn the actions that took place. That should never take place inside a football stadium or anywhere. First of all, you need to understand people are there working, so it's their workplace. Everyone has the right to go into work and feel safe. That includes the security, TV crew, players, ground staff, TV pundits, presenters, radio commentators, photographers, you name it. Whoever was there at that ground today, they're working, they're earning a living, they're providing entertainment for us. They deserve to be safe, and my honest opinion is whatever happened and what took place today inside the stadium I'm talking about, it was not something that I condemn or something that I support. I fully understand their frustration. I am one of those United supporters that I'm not someone who kind of like backs the Glazers. I really want them gone as well. However, that shouldn't have taken place. I think it sets a really bad precedent. I mean, I think if other people around the world now watch, I mean, it's a worldwide. It's one of the biggest games in the Premier League calendar, so it's going to be a news that's going to be on the front pages of pretty much every single newspaper or website tomorrow. The message has been sent, but I think it might be a negative message in the sense that other clubs will look at this and go, oh, okay, maybe it's time we do this as well. So, for example, clubs like Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, so all the other squads that were involved in this Big Six breakaway, Chelsea, it's not a good precedent set. Luckily, no one was hurt. Everyone has a right to protest. I fully believe that argument. I think people have the right to protest, but there should be like a safer way or a more logical way to do it. I mean, I can understand people's frustrations. I'm frustrated. But there must be another platform or a method or a manner for us to really get through to the Glazers themselves. So for me, I think it was a step too far. But look, what's done is done now. It's a shame we didn't get to watch one of the best games of the season on TV today. Will this have an effect on the Glazers? I personally don't think so. Do they really care whether the match happens today or not? I don't really think so. They know that the match will be rescheduled, it will be replayed. They're honestly not going to care. They don't live in England. They really don't have any ambition to sell. What are we going to do? What are you going to do as a United fan? So that's my opinion, guys, is continue to use sensible methods and platforms to make your voice heard. But this is not a solution. Players should not feel unsafe to play the game. I'm not sure what happened around the hotel, so I'm not going to comment on that. But personally, that's my opinion on this whole situation. That's my reaction. It's a shame we didn't get to witness one of the best games of the season to be played today. But for me, I apologise on behalf of all the actions that took place today from United fans. You know, football, the show must go on. And for me, I think people need to take responsibility of their actions. And the scenes that were shown on screen is not a good precedent for the younger generation, kids watching. What kind of like an example is that setting for our future generations of when they want to make their voices heard? I don't think this is the right way. I mean, what's next? Attacking team buses? I don't know. Where does this end? But for me, it wasn't right. It shouldn't have happened. And I fully expect this not to happen again, in my opinion. So that's my opinion, guys, on the whole protests and the game being called off. But hey, that's me in terms of the knee-jerk reaction. Hopefully tomorrow Lingard can smash me a hat-trick and help me boost my overall ranking in this game week. It's been an absolute disaster for me. But hey, if anything, it boosts me up for the game weeks to come ahead. So there's no need to be discouraged or upset. We will make sure that we get the points back if you had any of the game players for the United-Liverpool game. So that's the reaction for Game Week 34, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe and hit that subscribe button to be part of this FPL INKLING channel. Help me get to 500 subscribers by the end of the season. And also hit the like button if you like this video, and the bell notification icon if you want the latest notification for this channel and my content itself. If you want to contact me, my social media and all media contact is below with the FPL YouTube channel. Leave me comments, I'll respond back. My Twitter page and my Instagram, which is the most popular place people find in order to get through and ask me some questions. If you want to also join the FPL INKLING League on the game itself, the league code's at the bottom left. Come and join, be part of the most competitive league on the game itself, and be part of our family and help us grow. I hope you guys have a lovely game week, end to game week 34. Best of luck, and I'll be back to give you guys some more content around captaincy choices, best picks, my team selection, and the deadline stream for game week 35, which is a double game week, guys. So managers, keep in touch, keep watching, and watch out for all the latest content for FPL on FPL INKLING. My name is Mo, and I'll see you guys soon.